Okay, so welcome back. We have a question 27 from the first chapter of the new textbook we started for engineering mechanics, and we have these two tugboats that apply the forces of P and Q to the barge. We know P is 76 kilonewton and Q is 52, and we need to determine the resultant of these two forces. So we can either use trigonometry or go with the x and y components of each of these forces. Let's just go for x and y component in this video. Again, you can use the trigonometry too. So the resultant at the end is going to have one x component and one y component. And the x component would be sum of all forces in x. And the y component would be the sum of all forces in y. So for doing that, we need to figure out this angle alpha in here and this angle maybe beta, which is not that hard to find. If we look at this right triangle for alpha, we have all the dimensions. We should be able to find the angle. And also if you look at this right triangle in here, we should be able to find the angles. So we know tangent of alpha would be the opposite over the adjacent, 32 divided by 16, and alpha is going to be the tangent inverse of this value, 32 over 16, and same thing here, our beta would be tangent inverse of the opposite in this right triangle, which is 12 over 24, which is our adjacent. So let's just calculate each of these. So for alpha, tangent inverse of 32 divided by 16, this is going to be 63.43 degrees. And for the other one, tangent inverse of 12 divided by 24, or 26.57. So now that we have the angle with x-axis, we can resolve each of these two forces to x and y component. This will be our x component of P, and the other one would be the y component, and also for Q, this will be the x, and this will be the y component. So we can see the x component of P is to the left, so it's acting along negative x-axis, so negative. We know P is 76 cosine of alpha, or 63.43, and we have the x component of Q, which is to the right, so it is positive. Q is 52, and cosine of beta, which was 26.57. So that's going to give us the Rx. So negative 76 cosine of 63.43 plus 52 cosine of 26.57. So 12.51 kilonewton Rx. Now we need Ry, sum of all forces in y equals 0. We can see that the x component of the y component of P is upward, so positive 76 sine of alpha, 63.43. And this time we have the y component of Q negative 52 sine of 26.57. Let's see what we get for Ry. We just have to remove this negative sign. 70 sine of, and this will be negative. Instead of cosine, we'll have sine. So 44.71 kilonewton. So our R would be the square root of Rx squared plus Ry squared. That's going to give us the magnitude. So the square root of 12.51 squared plus 44.71 squared. So that's going to give us 46.43 kilonewtons. And now we need to show the angle that R makes with our horizontal line. So we found our R has two components, Rx and Ry. And if we just call this angle theta, tangent of theta would be Ry over Rx. You can keep in mind each of these two are positive. So positive 12, positive 44. So the angle theta in here would be tangent inverse of ry 44.71 divided by 12.51. So the angle would be 74.37 degrees. And if we just want to show the final answer for our R would be 46.43 kilonewton, and the angle here would be 74.37 degrees. Hope everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.